Hi there, I'm GaRRiS. I'd like to show you today how a slightly better method for tuning your guitar. This guitar is roughly in tune because we've just tuned it up. It's probably stretched a little bit, so it's not quite in tune. Okay, it's definitely not in tune now. That sorted that out. Oh, lovely. Okay. Same as before, I use my A string as a reference, so get my A string in tune. I prefer to have that A tuning fork and just tune straight to that, or you can put an electronic tuner on and tune to that. Of course, you can put an electronic tuner on and tune all your strings to it. Nothing wrong with that. Well, actually there is something slightly wrong with it. What tends to happen is an electronic tuner tunes all your strings perfectly in tune. That's fine. But the problem with a guitar, especially an acoustic guitar, is often the intonation is not quite perfect. There's a lot of ways that people have tried to fix this problem. Sometimes you get an intonated bridge. That helps a little bit, but it doesn't cure everything. Sometimes you also get an intonated nut. That again helps a little bit. I've actually seen a guitar with intonated frets all the way down. I guess if you go to that extreme, then maybe you probably get a guitar that's perfectly intonated. But then, you know, there are strings, there's going to be faults in your strings as well. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. So this is the way I like to tune myself, which makes things, leaves a little bit of allowance for intonation. So let me just, okay, where am I? Okay, A string's in tune. Right, my method is I like to fret every string and tune that to the A. And what that does is it means that you're tuning the string, each string is going to be slightly flat in comparison to the A string. Only very slightly, because you're bending the string when you fret it. So so basically, I tune the E strings first. By fretting an A on the E string, and an A on that E string, and then we want to fret an A on the D string, sounds pretty good. An A on the G string. It was actually pretty in tune to start with. There we go. Now an A on the B string would be I tend to tune to the D on the B string because I tend to use both, because tuning right up on the 10th fret is not ideal. I find that tunes nicely, it gives a nice intonation. All my chords tend to sound quite nice using that method. I've tried lots of different methods, and some of them you end up with an E chord that sounds fantastic, and then you play a D and it sounds awful, and then some of them you have a C that sounds fantastic, and again you play a G, or you know. So a lot of the methods don't give an overall tuning method. Of course you can tune with an electronic tuner, which puts everything in tune. What you'll find now is if I go and check my tuning now with an electronic tuner, it won't be quite in tune, and that's fine. What I want is a guitar that sounds nice, not necessarily a guitar that is perfectly in tune. It's not the same thing. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this, I hope you've learned something from it. That's in tune for me. You guys take care, I'm GaRRiS. Look out for more videos. Cheers!